Many of you may have harvested summer squash from your garden this season that looks like this, unsightly, colored bumps all over it, kind of a two-tone appearance. Well, that's caused by a virus that's spread by aphids, and we're back at OSU's Vegetable Research Station today in Bixby to visit again with Bruce Bostian. This time not about colorful peppers, but about odd-colored squash. What's going on here, Bruce?
We're looking at an attempt to have some way to produce squash, especially through the summer. Sometimes when we plant squash early in the year, we avoid the problem, which has been one of the hopes that people have relied on in the past. Now with some breeding work, some bioengineering by commercial seed companies, we're in hopes there's a better solution, something that will be able to carry the production through the summer, avoid this problem if we can,
and this is something that was brought on by aphid feeding. They carry it in their bodies, is that correct?
The aphids spread the virus. There's actually 4 different ones. They're very closely related. Over the years, people have thought, well, if I could just control the insects, that would avoid the problem, but there's so many of them, this hasn't worked. Other plans have been tried, repelling the insects. Mulches, shiny mulches will make the field less attractive to the aphids.
Does that confuse them if they fly over a field that has a shiny plastic mulch, or it just disorients them when they fly?
They seem to prefer something else, the traditional target they're looking for, and you may gain some production, some little leeway in there by these methods. But to ensure season-long production, and we're talking particularly summer squash, the yellows, because they show it so much.
But also the zucchini have troubles.
Plants are seriously affected also. The fruit will be bumpy and rough, and production reduced. So in both these, and pumpkins are also severely affected.
Okay, so if you've had pumpkins that have odd colors, that it's the same line of viruses.
That's right.
Again, spread by aphids.
You can see the leaves are distorted, and there may be some bumpiness in the fruit, some discoloration and bumpiness.
So this trial is the first step in looking at current lines. They're showing some resistance to the virus, but it's not totally resistant since there are 4 races.
This is true. We're beginning down this road, so if a person has had this problem and they can find the one, in fact, Freedom 2 was released in '95, and it or something better should be available in '96, and we hope more widely available. But at this stage, it's not a guarantee that you won't have any virus.
Okay, but it is at least a first step through some genetic engineering to have a virus-resistant squash that is marketable. And I want to emphasize that these, even though they look ugly, you could eat those, but they're certainly not marketable, and it's pretty well taken out local commercial growers from being able to grow squash. So this is an advance that really should help them out and help us have better locally produced summer squash in the yellow, straight necks, crook necks, and zucchini, and pumpkins as well. Well, thanks for showing this to us, Bruce, and hopefully we can check back in a year or two and maybe have some fully resistant lines that home gardeners will have available to them someday as well.
We hope you enjoyed this video. It's part of our OK Gardening Classics YouTube channel. You can also find more recent videos on our Oklahoma Gardening YouTube channel. And join us on social media for great gardening tips, photos, and discussion.